Welcome to your deep dive. Today, we're asking, can music moguls conquer the spirits world? We're talking about Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, who just dropped their own gin, Still Gin.
Okay.
Can they turn this from a chart topper to a top shelf success? We're diving into articles from the spirits business to find out.
Right.
Expert speaker, you and I both know we've seen a lot of celebrity spirits fizzle out faster than a rapper's one-hit wonder. So, what are we thinking here?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And you've hit the nail on the head. Lasting success in this game is tough, even with fame backing you up. What's fascinating here is that Dre and Snoop are really working to position themselves as more than just celebrity faces on a bottle. They're emphasizing their hands-on involvement from the very creation of Still Gin. The articles even compare this to Dr. Dre's deep dive into creating Beats headphones.
Okay, so they're not just lending their names to the product, they're getting their hands dirty. But let's be real, this isn't their first rodeo in the beverage world, right?
It's exactly. This actually follows the launch of their gin and juice canned cocktail line earlier this year. And come on, you can't get a more on-brand name than that. So clearly, they're serious about building a presence in the market. And this gin feels like a strategic next step beyond ready-to-drink cocktails and into a more premium space.
So they're playing the nostalgia card with the gin and juice reference. And now they're moving into a market segment known for its discerning drinkers. That makes their choice of gin profile pretty interesting. The articles describe Still Gin as a 42.5% ABV. Citrus-forward gin, but with those subtle floral and spice notes. They're calling out tangerine, jasmine, and coriander as key botanicals. Expert speaker, does that sound like a winning combo to you?
It's definitely a unique profile. We're talking vapor distillation, which gin lovers know can make for a smoother spirit. But tangerine and jasmine, that's not your typical London dry gin. They're clearly going for something different. And at US, $34.99 in a bottle. They're aiming for a customer who's looking for something distinctive.
Speaking of aiming, let's talk about their team. They've partnered up with some heavy hitters in the industry, right? They haven't just called up any marketing agency. Dre and Snoop are working with the founders of On the Rocks Cocktails, which is now part of the Suntory Global Spirits family.
Right.
It's a big deal, right?
Absolutely. This tells us they're serious about the craft of distilling and the business of spirits. Partnering with industry veterans like this, especially those connected to a global giant like Suntory, it lends credibility to their endeavor. It shows they're not just slapping a label on something, they're aiming for a level of quality and sophistication to match those big names.
Okay, so they've got street cred, the ambition, and now some serious industry backing. But will people actually be able to find this on the shelves?
Yeah.
Distribution is key in a market flooded with options.
You're right. You could have the best gin in the world, but if it's not in front of consumers, it's not going to sell. Here's where their choice of Southern Glazer's Wine and Spirits as their national distributor comes in. This suggests they're going for a wide release strategy, aiming to get Still Gin on shelves across the country. And when those bottles hit the shelves, you know what's going to catch your eye.
Please tell me they went all out with the packaging. I'm already picturing something flashy.
I wouldn't say flashy, but it's definitely eye-catching. They went with a 750 milliliter bottle with a really cool honeycomb-inspired design. And here's a neat detail. It actually ties into the branding of their Gin and Juice RTD line. This kind of cohesive visual identity across their products is smart. It helps solidify their brand image and makes them instantly recognizable, whether you're browsing the ready-to-drink section or looking for premium gin.
Okay, I see what they're doing here. They're creating a whole experience around this brand. But the big question remains, will it resonate with consumers? We've talked about their strategy, the team, the distribution, the eye-catching packaging. But at the end of the day, will people actually enjoy sipping on Still Gin?
Yeah.
What do you think, expert speaker? Can they actually pull this off?
That's the million-dollar question, right? I mean, they've ticked a lot of boxes, but ultimately, taste and quality are king. Those tasting notes we talked about, the tangerine, the jasmine, the coriander, that needs to translate into a genuinely enjoyable gin experience. They've positioned themselves in that ultra-premium category, and at that price point, people have high expectations.
You know, it makes me think about other celebrity-backed ventures I've seen. Sometimes it feels like they're relying on their name recognition to sell a product, but the quality isn't quite there.
Right, and that's exactly the trap they need to avoid. It's not enough to just have a catchy name and a cool bottle. They need to deliver on that promise of a high-quality, unique gin experience. And to your point, sometimes these celebrity ventures can feel a bit fleeting, like a marketing blitz that fades away.
So how do they avoid becoming a one-hit wonder in the spirits world?
For me, it comes back to authenticity and sustained engagement. Will DRE and SNOOP be out there talking about their process, the botanicals they chose, the flavor profile they're going for? Or will they step back and let the marketing machine do the work? That continued involvement could really make or break this venture.
It's like with anything, right? People can spot a passion project versus something that's purely a business deal. And if DRE and SNOOP can maintain that authentic connection with still GIN, they might just be onto something here.
Yeah. It's a fascinating case study, and it'll be interesting to see how it unfolds. Are they setting a new standard for celebrity spirits, or will this be another flash in the pan? I guess we'll just have to raise a glass and find out.
Here's to that. Well, there you have it, folks. We dove deep into the world of celebrity spirits, exploring whether Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg can make their mark with still GIN. Will it be a chart topper in the spirits world? Only time will tell. This has been your deep dive. Keep those taste buds tingling. And we'll be back soon with another deep dive into a new topic